but there was a bunch of us standing around in the pre-tournament meeting, and I was standing next to David Dudley, David Dudley's one of my favorite all-time people in fishermen. I just love him. But anyway, it was me and David Dudley, and there was 4 or 5 other guys around there. I think Brent Erler and Brett Height was there too. And both of those guys, they were the first dudes to wear a flat brim hat, Brent Erler and Brett Height. And I remember, and I can't remember if it was Erler or Brett Height, but we were talking there, and Dudley walked up, and he looked, I think it was at Brett Height, and he goes, Height, he goes, I didn't take you for a flat brimmer like that. And I just started cracking up because nobody wore a flat brimmed hat back there. So over the course of the next few years, it didn't really catch on that much, but over the past 5 years, with a lot of college anglers and that type of stuff, they all started wearing flat brim hats, because I guess that if you look in pop culture, in that age group out there, there's a lot of people in pop culture that wear flat brim hats. So I guess it's just sort of a generational thing that people like flat brim hats when they're younger. So I don't have anything against a flat brim hat. I just think it's funny. I've always thought that was funny since Dudley initially said that. So given that a little bit, let's talk a little bit about the whole the whole vibe around why I call them flat brimmers, 20-year-old flat brimmers. First of all, guys, I love young anglers. I understand fully what it's like to be young and full of the vigor of life and cocky, because I was there, guys. When I was in my early 20s and fishing the Bassmaster circuit, I had a ponytail and I wore an ankle bracelet, which was completely, unacceptable at the time. So I understand when you're in your 20s, and you're younger, people want to draw attention to themselves and they posture a little bit. And that's what a lot of it behind the flat brim hat is because the flat brim hat, from a perspective of keeping the sun off your eyes or something, there's no benefit to it. So it's sort of the thing that's done for looks a little bit. It's like the kids today that buy those $200 tennis shoes. You do that when you're young. It's like you want to draw attention to yourself. That's why the younger guys drive pickup trucks with 6-inch lift kits on them and these obnoxiously loud aftermarket, exhaust systems. But as you get older and you get to be, you get to be an old crusty geezer like myself, which that's another label for my generation, those things are not important anymore. It's like you don't have to posture and you don't have to just dress just right. I mean, it's just, there's other things that are more of a priority in life. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about this. The